We're here with Laurent Fayolle in Gervan, up in the northern Rhone. And we wanted to talk to Laurent about the 2020 vintage for him and the kind of the original granite sector of Croz. Laurent, tell us a little bit about the growing season and the vintage.
So 2020 has been quite hot and dry vintage, but the vines has a better comportment than 2019, thanks to the reserve of water we had in the subsoil at the beginning of the spring. And we also had some small rain during the summer, which helps the vines to develop less stress with the high temperature we had. And also the vineyard we have on the granite part, which is green on the map here, they find some humidity in the granite, in the subsoil during the summer, which also helps them to compete with the high temperature we had during July and August.
So 2020, you were telling me earlier, it's one of the earliest harvests ever at the property.
Yeah, we started to pick some whites at the 24th of August, sorry. So it was one of the earliest harvests we've done. And it was very important to control the date of harvest to keep enough freshness in the white. So we are very happy of the profile of 2020 because the whites are with good intensity, but we preserve also a nice freshness at the end.
So the only vintage that was earlier than 2020 is 2003?
Yeah.
Just by a few days, you explained.
Very close, but the profile of vines are very different.
So what's the difference between, say, 2003, which was a historically warm vintage? What was the difference in the growing season, the temperatures?
The temperatures were much more higher in 2003, and as we were on the warm waves,
like a heat wave, yeah.
Canicule. The vines did not get freshness during the night to compete with the stress. And 2020, the vines looks much more green, and there was not so much stress in the vineyard.
Great. And then was any factor farming a factor too, do you think, from 2003 to 2020?
Yeah, 15 years later, in 2020, the vines are cultivated with organic farming, which were just the beginning in 2003. So the subsoil is much more alive today, and the quantity of water we are able to stock in the subsoil is much more important thanks to this way of viticulture.
Great. Well, the wines are beautiful. They're balanced, and in some ways, tasting them, I would not have guessed it's one of the earliest harvests ever. But thank you very much, Laurent Fayolle, in the original heart of Croz's Hermitage. Thank you.